Right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are joining from. This is Terry again. All right, on the day two of the Brand Visibility and Influence Summit. I'm so pretty excited about today. All right, yesterday was simply a blast. Yesterday was simply amazing. And I know that today is going to be another awesome day. All right. So, we don't intend to waste your time. We want to ensure that you have value for the day. All right, for logging on to today. All right, we want to ensure you have value. So we're not going to waste too much time. We want to make all the sections back to back. All right, back to back, and so we have enough time to give to the speaker. So I want to ensure that we have some people live. All right, we have some people live already joining. All right, this summit is being streamed right here on the Lady Be Your Success community, and also is streamed live on Facebook. All right, it's streamed live on Facebook. Okay, so I want to encourage all of us to ensure that we do whatever that we can to ensure that we get people to come in here and learn. Okay, now this morning section is to be able to showcase some of the phenomenal people that I've worked with, that I've seen, that I've worked with. Right, this morning section is all about them, people who are in the influencers leaders network. Okay, influencers leaders network. There are people who that passed through my event, my coaching, my trainings, and they have shown very good, strong desire, strong passion to go out there and influence other people positively. Okay, so every of the speakers that are coming on today are coming on this morning section are people who are part of the Influencers Leaders Network, doing fantastic well. All right, going out there to showcase their visibility, just to showcase what they've got, and ensure that they have the visibility that is required. So this is not a theoretical summit. This is all about people who are doing stuff there. This is all about people who are making things happen. Okay. So I want to ensure that we have more people joining. If you are logging in, all right. So if you're logging in from anywhere you're joining from, ensure that you let us know where you're joining from, your name, your location. All right, just say a shout out to every one of us. All right, that would be just great. That would be just amazing, just fantastic. All right, that's great. Okay, so let us know where you're joining from, your name, where you're joining from. It will be awesome that we know you. All right. So we're going to start shortly because I don't want to take the time of the speaker. I want to ensure that they do justice to the topics so that at least we can be able to get the value from this summit. Okay. So let us know where you're joining from. Let us know where you're joining from. And then also engage the comments. All right. Engage in the comments. If you are joining in and you want us to be able to showcase your name or your comments, just ensure that you click on the link on this video and allow StreamYard, all right, to be able to showcase and to put your picture in the comments. Okay, awesome. We have some people already who are already joining us today. All right, I can see a few persons there, but we're not going to wait for anyone. We're going to go straight right on into today. All right, right on today, and I have a speaker for this morning, Mary Makinde, already in the room. So what's the Brand Visibility Summit all about? Okay. Yesterday, a speaker mentioned something very strong, and I said it to him again. He said, if you don't have visibility, you are not living. You are just existing, you're not living. I mean, that's the take home for me for this summit, that if you are not visible, you are just existing, you're not living. Okay, so you want to ensure that you do yourself, especially at today, to become, like they mentioned something about social interaction. All right, it's all about social interaction. I'm going to do my own part also to ensure that some of the nuggets that I shared yesterday, I put them into practice. I want to see results also in my own life. I want to see results in my own course. Okay, so I'm going to be the first partaker. I'm going to do all that I can to ensure that 2022 is going to be a different year. I don't know about you, but if you are out there doing stuff, you are out there wanting to showcase yourself, you want out there wanting to elevate your brand presence, all right, and influence not just locally but globally, you want to make sure that you'll be a part of this summit. Okay, so this one we have three speakers, like I said, and this is going to be the first one. First section, we have three sections. The second section is going to be powerful, more powerful, and then the third section is going to climax this morning section. And also, I'm going to have an evening section where I have the coach himself, all right, do justice to how you can actually make money from all this, okay? So it's going to be very, very powerful. It's going to be very powerful. And like I said, this morning section is all about showcasing some of the beautiful people, very nice, amazing people who has been a part of what I do, who has been a part of the Influencers Leaders Network. They've come through some of my trainings. They've been able to show the world that they've got stuff, okay? So they're going to be sharing this section, right? They're going to be sharing this section. So I want you to sit tight, all right? Take your notes, pen, and your notepad and a pen, and ensure that you take notes, all right? Ensure that you take notes. So I'm going to waste too much time. I'm going to bring right on into the room our speaker for this morning. I can see how the back end she's looking so beautiful. She's looking amazing this morning. Okay, as she's going to share powerfully. All right. So I took the picture. All right, I took the template out of this so that at least you can see my face. And when she comes in, I'm going to just brand this whole video and ensure that she does what she knows how to do powerfully. And she's going to be sharing on your purpose and your personal brand. See, this is a purpose thing. Let me tell you the truth. It's a purpose thing. All right. If you are not there, you're not there. If you're not discovered it, this is a good time to actually get ready to discover what your life is all about. So you can go out there and be intentional about your interactions, be intentional about your conversations, be intentional about the influence that you're making out there so that it can lead in the right direction, so you can achieve the results that you have, all right, the results that you have. Okay, so I learned something yesterday from yesterday's sections from Jameh Pajoel. All right, it mentioned that everything is all about his branding. So today, if you could see me, I'm looking like me, right? I'm looking like the brand, right? I'm looking like the terrorist brand today. I'm looking powerfully well. And this is how I'm going to be looking in all my sections. No playing around. 2022, no playing around. Okay. All right, awesome. So without wasting too much time, let's get Mary Makinde up in the room as she shares with us this morning. Right on. Thank you. All right, so Mary Makinde up here. Awesome. How you doing? Mary?
Doing very well, thank you, and you too.
Oh, great. All right, thank you, Mary Makinde, for showing up in the brand visibility and influence summit. It's awesome having you here. So just go straight right on to share what you have to share with us today, and we believe that we will be blessed. I'll be taking notes at the back end. All right, over to you. Take it up. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you
All
loud and
right.
clear. I can hear you loud and clear.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning from wherever you're listening. Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, everybody all over the world. Good morning. My name is Mary Makinde, and I'll be talking briefly. Have a very limited time. I'll be talking about your purpose and your personal brand. So I want you to listen, try to pay attention. It's really going to be value packed. But I want your full attention while I discuss on your purpose and your personal brand. Now, in this topic, you would agree with me that there are two key words, which is purpose and then brand. All right, so let's kick on purpose first. So what is purpose? Purpose is whatever you're doing, that thing you've been created for. The essence of your living is purpose. If you have a product, definitely to every product, there's a purpose for its creation. There's a purpose why every product is being produced. Now that purpose, purpose is the reason for its existence, the reason why the manufacturer thought of, creating it. So as humans, our purpose is the reason for our existence, the reason why you and I have been created, the reason why you are born into whatsoever country you're born in, the reason why you're born into your family, the reason why you're born into your state, all of this encompasses around the word purpose. And then if we say personal brand, what is personal brand? Now, branding to me, I would simply say that branding is what people perceive you to be. Let me say that again. Branding is whatsoever whatever you're perceived to be. So that thing you're perceived to be personally is what we count as your personal brand. So how do we navigate this together? We said your purpose and your personal brand. So I already established the fact that purpose is the essence of your creation, the reason why you were created, and then personal brand is what people perceive you to be. So you were created for a purpose. There's a reason why you're doing whatsoever you're doing today. There's a reason why you're existing. There's a reason why you're surviving. There's a reason why you're living. There's a reason why you keep pushing regardless of whatsoever circumstance that comes your way. Now, in as much as there's a reason for all of these things, do people see these things as you do? That's the question. That's how we marry personal branding with purpose. Are people seeing you fulfilling your purpose, or people are seeing you as you're just despairing, you're just somebody who just lives life as it comes, or you're just living a jabbering life, or you're just living a life without without definition? So what do people see you as? What do people, when they ask about you, if they ask, okay, who is Mary Makinde? What would people say about me? And then this thing you're saying about me, is it related to my purpose? Is it the major essence of my living? And that's the place of influence. Am I living a positive, a life of positive influence? Am I living a life of positive impact? Which is in line with my purpose, because I definitely believe that nobody was created for doom. Nobody was created to be destroyed. Nobody was created to be a rebel. Nobody was created to be a pain in the neck of another. We are all created to solve a particular problem in one phase of life. Some were created to eradicate problems, eradicate poverty and all in the financial sector. Some were created to focus on the spiritual sector. Some were created to focus on the personal development sector. Some were created to focus on general life matters. Some marital matters. Now, all of these things talks about that specific facet, that specific aspect you were created for. Now, are you really living? Are you really fulfilling purpose in that facet? And if you think you are people saying yes, you are? So it's not about your perception alone. It's all about, it's more of your perception and others' perception. So are you living a life of influence? Are you living a life of impact? So these are things that we'll be talking about. Your purpose and your personal brand. So now I've explained the meaning of purpose, and then I've explained the meaning of personal branding, and I've been able to bring them together to make you see the reasons why personal branding and your purpose are in line or should be in line. So now somebody might be asking, okay, now I know what purpose is. I know that it's all about my existence, but I am confused. I don't find fulfillment when I work. I don't find fulfillment in what I do. I don't find fulfillment. I just feel that there is more. That is a test for more. This is a test for you to understand that you should not be satisfied with your status quo. At that point where you feel that whatsoever you're doing is not bringing you satisfaction, but at that point where you feel that you're not fulfilled, despite all you put into whatever you're doing, it sends a signal, it's sending a message to you that you are not yet fulfilling purpose. So if this happens to you, if you're that person that has tried this, you've tried that, you've tried left, tried right, yet you're still feeling that there is something missing, there is more to life, I'm not feeling myself yet, it means that you are not yet in the line of purpose. Because trust me, nothing in this world, I repeat, nothing in this world gives satisfaction as much as purpose. Yes. So because we know this, it is expedient that we work in the pattern of our purpose. So because we know this, why not just let us channel all our energy into focusing on purpose? How then do we discover purpose? Somebody might be asking me, okay, so now I understand all of these things you're saying, but then how do I discover purpose? So majorly I'll be speaking on how to discover and utilize purpose for building a personal brand. So let's start with how to discover purpose. I'll be giving few tips, about 5 tips on how to discover purpose. The first thing I'll be talking about is this, the God factor. Let me ask you a question. Well, it's actually going to be a rhetorical question, but I want you to answer, answer sincerely, like answer personally. Now, the question is this. When you want to, when you get a product and you don't know how to use it, or you want to have full understanding of what the product is all about, you want to have a full understanding of the composition of the product, what do you go to? Obviously, you have to go to the manufacturer. Why? Because he was the one who created the product. He knew the reason why he created it. He knew the elements he brought together. He knew the essentials of that product. So nobody else can give a full definition to something except the creator. So, my beautiful listeners, nobody can give a full understanding, a full definition, a full definition to your life, to my life, other than our manufacturer. And who is the manufacturer? God. So, the first way to discover purpose is ask the manufacturer, ask him. That's the first way. Ask the manufacturer, ask the creator, how do I discover purpose? How about? All right, so going to God and asking him, Father, why was I created? Why did you create me? Why am I on the surface of this earth? Why was I born into my family? Why was I born into my state? Why was I born into this country? Why? The first person who can give full clarity of a purpose is God. All right, so the second thing is use the manual. Okay. All right. I don't want to sound spiritual right now, but then I'm talking from the place of personal, from personal encounter. I'm talking from the place of what has worked for me. And I believe strongly that since it has worked for me, it will definitely work for others as well. So use the manual. When you want to get full understanding of a product, what do you pick up? You pick up the manual. And the manual I'm talking about here is the Bible. The Bible gives a full understanding of sons and daughters of God. So if you understand the God factor, then it will be easy for you, if you understand the place of God factor, it will be easy for you, or it is essential to always make use of the manual. So the manual gives a full manuscript of your purpose. You can know the reason for your existence just by mere reading, just by okay, permit me, I don't want to use the word mere. Just by, you can understand this through the revelation of the manual, understanding of the manual. So the first thing I said is the God factor, go to the manufacturer. And then second thing is use the manual. The third thing is identify your strengths. Well, when it comes to strength, when it comes to weaknesses, all of these are being encompassed in the word self-awareness. All of this, they are all elements of self-awareness. Be self-aware. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? What is that thing that I naturally find easy to do? That I don't have to stress myself. In fact, what is that thing that when I wake up when I've been walking in the middle of the night and they tell me, hey Mary, I want you to do this, and I'll be so glad to do. What is that thing? Now you could leverage on that. Identify your strengths. Know those things that you do well, those things you do best, those things you do passionately, those things you do without struggle. Yes, these things can point to you. They are pointers into your purpose. So they can be used as tools. They can be used as strong tools in the fulfillment of your purpose. So identify your strength. So you can discover purpose through your strength. The next thing is, what do people say you have? You see, even as children grow, as a child of a year, 2 years, there's some certain traits you see in that child that makes you say, oh my God, this child will be good as this. This set is so good in this aspect. So what do people say you are? What is that thing that people say, oh, you know what? When it comes to counseling, please call this person. Oh, you know what? When it comes to cooking, call this person. Oh, you know what? When it comes to teaching, call this person. What do people say you are? So you can know your purpose through these things. Because trust me, God has impacted all of these things in us in a way to make the discovery of purpose more clear. So what that thing which is your purpose, you definitely, if I claim that my purpose is, let's say, public speaking, there must be a lot of traits in me ordinarily, naturally, that just me towards public speaking. But imagine somebody who doesn't know how to sing at all, who doesn't know anything about music and keeps claiming that his purpose is to sing. He cannot sing at all, his voice is not just anything close to music. He doesn't like playing instrument. He has tried, he has learned. Obviously, that is not your purpose. But naturally, that thing that people say you can do best, that thing you're passionate about, those elements in you, naturally those things you can do best, naturally tells what your purpose is. So it's just now left to you to first discover these things and then work on them. Work on them. All right. And then the last thing I'll be talking about is, what is your drive? What drives you so hard? What is that thing that drives you so hard? See, okay, there's been a lot of uproar in the social media, social space about different news and all. Now let me use one of them as an instance. All right. There was a particular time that a video went viral of some secondary school children that were taking hard drugs. They were smoking, they were doing all sort of things. Now, do you know that that video alone must have made somebody have a sleepless night? Yes. That video alone must have made somebody have a sleepless night. Why? Because such things naturally drive the person. What do I mean? It was a pain point to that person. Naturally, person was like, oh God, how is this happening? I need to do something. That naturally drives the person. So what is that thing that drives you? That thing. Some persons, when they hear about some particular circumstances, some particular situations, even though it is not even the person is the situation, person who is in that situation, they don't know the person at all. The person is not anywhere close to them. But just hearing that situation, utterly start making them cry. Utterly start making them, start driving them crazy. And then they're like, oh, I need to do something. Something needs to be done. Just note those things. So those things that drives you naturally, those things that makes you want to, those problems that makes you go crazy, those problems that makes you want to pounce on that and create a solution, take note of that. They are driving you towards your purpose. They are pointing at you that, oh no, that is the pointer to your purpose. So some, it could be in the educational sector. Some are just irritated with the educational system and they cannot just wait to be a solution in that facet. That is how to know your purpose with your drive. So the first thing I said is ask your manufacturer. The next thing I said is use the manual. And the third thing I said, identify your strength. And then the next thing I said, what do people say you are? And the last thing I said is, what is your drive? What drives you so hard? What makes you so angry that you want to change it? What makes you so angry that you just want to change it? What's that problem? You just want to go extra mile to crush. These are things that makes you know what your purpose is. So now, I've already told you how to discover purpose. This is not something you just have to just answer at once. You have to sit down and reflect over everything I say, and then ask yourself these questions. Get your jotter, get your pen, write down these questions, write down these things, and then begin to ask yourself, what is that thing that drives me? What is that thing? What is that thing? And begin to answer those questions. So, your purpose. So I've talked about how to discover your purpose. Now let's talk about how to utilize your purpose. So when you discover your purpose, what are the next things to do? You've sat down over all these things I've said, and then you've been able to say, oh, yes, I know this. God has given me a response. Okay, yes, this is what people say I am. This is what my strength is. Or these are my strength. Okay, this is that which I am very passionate about. Or this that thing that drives me. You've written all of these things down, and you've seen of a truth that, yes, these are the things that drive me. And from that, you can coin out your purpose. Now, at that point, the next step is utilizing it. So it's okay to know something, but that shouldn't be the end point. See, they say that the beginning of truth is, it says the beginning of truth is gives, when you know the truth, my people knows the truth, they that know the truth shall be set free, actually. But trust me, that can only happen when there is action. All right. So yes, you can know the truth. Those that know the truth shall be set free only when they want to be set free, or only when they apply the truth or they utilize the truth. You can know the truth about something and you decide to keep quiet about it and not make good use of it. So it's not okay. It's not just it's okay to know your purpose, but it's not just okay to fold your hand and say, "Oh, now I know purpose and I can go sleep." So the next step is to utilize your purpose. How do we utilize purpose? Be intentional. See, nobody you see on the social space today does what they do out of nonchalant attitude. No. You see people holding conferences, you see people doing well, you see brand visibility, you see influence and all. In fact, this event going on presently, brand visibility and influence summit, it is vetted from intentionality. Of course, that vision has been birthed in the heart of the convener. But if he just fold his hand and say, yes, I know purpose, I know my purpose, and he sits down not doing anything about it, not being intentional about it, nothing will be done. You will not be here listening to me right now. So intentionality is number one on my list. See, you cannot be a brand influencer. You cannot be visible. You cannot be whatever you want to be. You cannot be a personal brand if you are not intentional. Nothing good happens in your comfort zone. Should I shout that? Should I shout it? Should I increase the volume? Nothing good happens in your comfort zone. So you need to be intentional. You need to stretch out even when it's not convenient. You need to go extra miles to make things happen. Now you know your purpose. You know what you want to do. Sit down and ask yourself, how do I achieve this? What are the things I need to let go of? What are the things I need to start inculcating to make this a reality? The next thing is have mentors, have coaches that are ahead of you. All right, have mentors, have coaches that are ahead of you, people that are doing well in your niche. Okay, I'll talk about niche later. So people that are doing well, people that you know that their purpose, of course, no purpose is new. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. There's no new purpose. There's nothing new under the surface of the earth. So definitely, there's some person that have gone ahead of you. There's some person that are already living a purposeful life in line with that which you're doing, or that which is your purpose, that which you're about to do, or that which you just started. So look for this person, follow their footsteps. Have mentors, have coaches, have people that will show you the way. There's a popular slang that's going on, these days that says follow person with no road now. Who no road now want to follow now? Like, all right. So that means that it is he who knows the road that I would like to follow. Why? Because he has been there. He's going through the process. He's at least a step, 2 steps, 3 steps ahead of me. All right. So follow such persons, have mentors, have coaches, people that are ahead of you. Next thing is study. Study. Yes, in fulfillment of the purpose, you need to understand the ins and the in and out, the pros and the cons, the rudiment, everything you need to know about your purpose. So let's take for instance that your purpose is to be a voice, to the teenagers. Now you need to study about the teenagers because that's your purpose. You need to know the in and out. You need to understand the teenagers, understand their face, understand how growth happens in that stage. All right, if your purpose is to go into the politics, you need to understand, study to show thyself approved, or workman that needed not to be ashamed. So you need to study, know the in and out of that thing that is your purpose. Be optimistic, be positive. You cannot achieve all of these things if you're negative, if you're pessimistic. It's not possible. So you need to be optimistic, be very positive about it. Tell yourself, I can do it. I know I can do it. Be positive about it and work towards it. See, positivity has to do with your mindset. So work on your mindset. Eradicate the poor mindset. Eradicate the static mindset that you've held on to. Let me even ask you, that mindset you've held on to, how far has it taken you? You know, that mindset of, oh, I'm shy, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an introvert, I don't like crowd, I don't want people, I just want to be on my own. Excuse you. Who that won't help? Like, who does it help? Since you've been on that lane, how has it helped your life? Oh, I don't want to network. I just want to be on my own. I don't want to be this. I don't like social space. I don't like the social media wahala. Oh, excuse you, and you want to fulfill purpose? Mind you, I'm not saying you have to be on the social space to fulfill purpose. But then, in this new dispensation, to be a personal brand fulfilling purpose, you have to be on your toes. And you know, one of the benefits of social spaces, it makes you position yourself as an international brand. Of course, I don't believe you are still looking at yourself as a mediocre. I believe that mediocre mentality should have been eradicated as of now. If you're still seeing yourself so small, excuse you, you're the one remaining on that lane. People have gone far ahead of you. So if you're still seeing yourself as, oh, I don't want to be, I just want to be myself, I just want to be all alone. Excuse you, you are alone. People are going, people are doing well, people are getting visible by the day. People are becoming global brands. So don't just fold your arms, wasting time saying jargons, limiting yourself. See, let me tell you this. Nobody benefits from your being small. It's not possible. Nobody benefits from your being small. So it's necessary that you understand the place of building yourself up and positioning yourself, brand visibility, positioning yourself as a professional, as a pro in whatsoever it is that is your purpose. So your purpose could even be to teach people. It could be that it's even teaching matters. It could just be kitchen matters. But see, what tells you that you cannot fulfill kitchen matters? You cannot talk about, you cannot teach people how to cook, how to take care of the kitchen interiors and all virtually. Who tells you you cannot make influence internationally? Who tells you you cannot do that globally? Okay, well, you might say that, oh, mine is just, I just want to be selling chin-chin. Who told you that you cannot be a global brand for your chin-chin? So why should you think small? You have a big God who has impacted a big virtue. He has impacted a big virtue in you. Even the scripture says that dominates. So it's a slap on your own face if you're still dwelling on the mediocre mentality, seeing yourself small. Oh, excuse you, there is more to life. So you need to stop thinking small. Be tired of your status quo. There's more to life. Always try to be better than you are. See, one thing you should always focus on. See, and that's one thing that purpose helps you to do is this. You know, when you self-evaluate yourself, it's the major essence of this is to see, what have I done well? What went well? WWW. And EBI, even better if. What can be better? What can be better? So what is your WWW? What is your EBI? You need to ask these questions. You need to understand these things. And you know, when you know these things, when you know what is better or what could be better, then you tell yourself, I have to definitely be better than what I was last year. I have to be better than what I was last month. And definitely I have to be better today than I was yesterday. And that's the place of striving to be better. So to live a purposeful life, you need to be better. All right, I'm running out of time. I'll be rounding up now. Let's talk about now the personal brand on its own now. You know, I said personal brand is what people perceive it to be. So now we've talked about purpose. We've looked at why purpose is important. We've looked at how to utilize purpose. Now let's marry this to a personal brand. Automatically, now listen to this. Automatically, a man who is living a purposeful life is automatically living as a brand. Yes. Now tell me one person you know. Look around you. Now, think through in your mind. Look around you and look at somebody you know is genuinely living a life of purpose. Is he a brand? Of course. You know why he's a brand? Because what do you perceive him to be? Why did you pick that person? You picked that person because you perceived him or her to be somebody who lives a purposeful life. All right, who lives a genuine life? Who lives a life of impact? All right, it could be in buying and selling, it could be anything, it could be in business, it could be in entertainment industry, it could be whatsoever industry. So far, the person has positioned himself well and is consistently making a life of purpose. Automatically, that person is a brand. And let me tell you, personal brand is something everybody should crave for. A man who has a personal brand is a man who is living a life of purpose. You see, there are some persons today, their names are making waves for them. Why? Because they are living a life of intentionality. So every step they take speaks something. Every step they take, bets value. Everything they do depicts value. That is what personal branding is all about. Personal branding is way beyond the title. It's way beyond the recognition. It's way beyond wanting to be everywhere. No, that's not it. Personal branding is living a life, a purposeful life, a life of positive impact. So it is very essential that you and I intentionally don't say personal branding is for some certain person. Personal branding is for everybody. Everyone can have a personal brand. Yes, you can have a personal brand. Everybody can have a personal brand. So far, everybody can live a purposeful life. Yes, so everybody can live a personal brand. Can be a personal brand. So see yourself as a personal brand henceforth. Whether you are a small business owner, whether you want to improve your career prospect, or become a prolific blogger, writer, author, podcaster, creating a personal brand can be game changing. So personal branding is just touching it up, making it more professional, making it more, now you now have a purpose. You now know what you want to do. Now, now beautifying it, the making, putting the toppings, the eyes, putting the toppings, the eyes, the icing of the cake, all of those things. That's the personal branding. So personal branding is now how you package yourself while living a purposeful life. So packaging yourself. You see, me now, you see what I'm doing presently. If I tell you I didn't struggle to do this, or I'm not even struggling to do this, and I can keep doing it for the next 5 hours without planning what to say, in fact, you can wake me in the middle of that, like what I said earlier on, and tell me, oh, Mary, I want you to come and talk about purpose. Oh my God, I can do it. Or to come and tell me, because I'm doing it, it's something I'm passionate about. So when you build yourself, and you have the passion already, all that is needed is just packaging. So you now know that thing that you want to, you know your purpose already. It's now necessary that you do some top-ends, you do some accents, you brand yourself, make yourself look like a professional. Do the necessary things you need to do. All right, you go on your social media. Your social media, it's no longer news that your social media is the new CV. So you go on your social media, you change things, you remove the wrong persons, you begin to connect with the right networks. You have a coach that directs you on how to go about these things. All right, you begin to position yourself well. You begin to be very intentional about the content you post. You begin to stop posting content that are irrelevant, content that are not in line with your purpose. So at that point, you begin to be very, 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 very intentional about those you connect with, the words you say, the slides you say, the posts you put, your video, the kind of videos you post, the kind of persons that you are allowed to tag you. All of those things now become very intentional about it. That's all. That's the basics. You know your purpose. You know what you want to achieve. You know why you are created. So the next thing is just being intentional. So going on your social media space, and trust me, it's not just about being something on the social media and then you're being something else outside. No. Excuse you, that can work. So personal branding encompasses around, both physical, the hybrid system generally, both virtually and physically. So physically, you are a brand. So your dressing needs to depict you as a brand. The way you talk outside needs to depict you as a brand. The kind of event you attend needs to depict you as a brand. The words you say needs to depict you as a brand. The association you connect yourself with needs to depict you as a brand. Everything around you need to be smelling, all right, branding, everything about you needs to, people should be able to sniff you as a brand. Have you gone somewhere before and then you see somebody just walk past you and you just stand and say, no, this person is definitely a brand? Because of packaging. Mr. Terry said something when he started this session. He said, you see the way I'm you can see the way he's well dressed, now you have to be very intentional, that is it. You cannot claim to be a personal brand and then you just dress anyhow. And you say, oh, it just doesn't matter. Of course, yes, it does. So positioning yourself well as a personal brand matters. It matters a lot. So everything around you needs to depict the fact that you are now a personal brand, or you are a personal brand. We often look at brands as companies or products like McDonald's, like Cold Stone, like Apple, iPhones, like Infinix, like Indomie. Yes, these are brands. But however, anyone can be a brand. Branding does not necessarily have to be you having a company. No, at all. Especially when we talk about, we have corporate brands, of course. But now I'm talking about personal brand. So it's not, don't say, hey, personal brand is going to be a big work. How do I do this? No, it's nothing serious. All right. So it's just you positioning yourself well as a professional in that thing you do. You know how to cook. My dear, package yourself well as a chef. Trainings you need to do. If you need to go to culinary school, go. If you need to have a coach, do. All right, that thing you do, people come to you for gist, free gist, for advice. Brand it. Package yourself well. That's the major thing. All right, so it's all about packaging yourself and positioning yourself well as a brand. Anyone can be a brand. As an individual, your personal brand is wrapped up in the content and achievement you share on social space. All right. So as a personal brand, the way things you share on the social media, I've actually explained this already. So it's wrapped up in your content. So if now as a personal development coach that I am, automatically things I post on my content are things that help people to be a better version of themselves. So you don't expect me to be a personal brand and then today I post on politics, tomorrow I post on spirituality, next tomorrow I post that okay, there's something happening in the clubhouse, and then the next one I say, oh yes, there's a tennis court, there's a new tennis this thing, and then another one I post news of a trend, something happened, and then the next one I do. Now all of these things I'm just jumping. It means I will just be jumping. But then whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm posting, whatever content I'm putting out there to the social space, to social media, how to whatever I'm sharing to, whatever I'm posting to, has to be in line with my purpose. So as a personal brand, have a niche, have your industry, know and your purpose automatically lets you know the kind of niche you should belong to. Like I was saying, if your purpose is the kitchen, if your purpose is food, blah blah blah, like that, automatically, so you should belong to the what do we call that now? Maybe food and beverage industry, all right, or catering industry, all right. So that automatically lets you know the kind of niche you should belong to. So begin to connect yourself with people in that niche. So begin to do things together, begin to collaborate, all right, and begin to position yourself well as a professional in that field. Build a skill set and share it with the world consistently. Now you are a brand, or now you know why you should have a brand. So it's now necessary that you build a skill set around that purpose, and then share it to the world consistently. Not today we share, the next 6 months, we're not going to say anything from you. No, 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 no. And I'm not still saying you should always share content every day. That's what I'm saying. If you are sharing content every day and people are not blessed and it's just not like that repetition, or you're just it's not impactful, then what's the essence? But then consistently show up. Put content related to that which you say you do, that which you feel is more important to you. All right. And I believe that with this, you will not just build a brand, you will build a purposeful brand. And let me tell you, the beautiful secret to this is that when you build a brand, a personal brand around your purpose, there's nothing as fulfilling as that. Trust me, there's nothing that gives fulfillment as much as having a personal brand around your purpose. All right, so I think I'll be stopping with that because my time is fast spent. Okay, I have just 2 minutes. I have just 2 minutes to wrap up. So I'll be stopping here. Let me just give you a few tips to hold on to. I said no one will benefit from your being small. If you refuse to arise, someone else will. If you refuse to live out the purpose, if you refuse to arise, I'm sorry, somebody else will. So please arise and be that which God intended, God has designed you to be. Nothing else gives a sense of peace and fulfillment like purpose. Trust me, nothing, absolutely nothing. The more conscious you are of your identity, the better your positioning. The more conscious you are about your identity, when you are conscious of your purpose, you're conscious of your identity as a human, as as a child of God, or as whatever you are. The more conscious you are, the better you will be. Your circle also matters. You'll be able to know the kind of circles, the kind of like minds you need to connect yourself with. You need to know the like minds you need to attract. All in all, be humble, don't be puffed up. See, one thing I noticed in the social spaces, with personal brands is most times we feel we know it all. And that's why you need a mentor, you need a coach in your niche to always gauge you, to always tell you, hey, you did this, and I don't think that is nice. Okay, who can always put you through. Don't forget, don't be puffed up. Don't think you have it all figured out. Don't think that everything revolves around you. Of course, yes, things revolve around you, but then always have those you look up to, those who are ahead of you, that you can follow their footsteps. Once they're not making mistakes, it will be hard for you to make mistakes. Why? Because you are just modeling after them. See, life is not hard. Life is not hard. Once you see somebody doing what you like, somebody doing what is in line with what you want to do, just model after them. That's it. Why is it important to build a personal brand around your purpose? It gives a sense of fulfillment. You tend to feel fulfilled. I've talked about that. It gives clarity of purpose, understanding. You begin to understand every day of your life. You begin to understand why why you begin to understand why your past was the way it was. You begin to understand the errors you made. So that gives more clarity and understanding, and also it helps you build resilience, sustainability, because you're doing what you enjoy, you're doing what you like, you're doing that thing that gives you joy, that thing that is not stressing you. You will not even have to copy anybody. And at the point where people are something happened recently, especially after that, during that lockdown period, 2020, 2021, a lot of persons started calling themselves coach. I'm a coach, I'm an influencer, I'm a this, I'm a that. But trust me, in less than 5 years, many persons will crush. Because some persons are only doing it because their friends are doing it. Some persons are doing it because they feel, oh, that's where money is. But if you are doing it because it's your purpose, if you are doing it because it is part of you, it is your life, it is you, you would you'll be able to build resilience. It will be a natural thing. You will not even struggle to do it. Yes, and then possibly to build positive influence and impact. You'll be able to build a life of positive influence. Be able to have a visible brand. You'll be able to be global. And not something as sweet as being global. There's nothing as sweet as that. All right, and then enlargement, of course, you'll be able to your course will be enlarged. Your vision, fulfillment of your vision will be enlarged. You'll be able to crush more goals, you do more things, you do it better. You'll be able to self and career actualization also will be assured. Your life will be assured, your career will be assured, and lastly, you would live a healthy life, a life of quality, a quality oriented life. Okay, I so believe that with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince but not to confuse you that it is essential for you to build a personal brand around your purpose. Yeah.
Mm. Wow, wow. I was like, if I don't stop you today, if I don't stop you this time around, man, it's gonna go way beyond. But wow, this is really, really good. This is awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you so much,
Excellent.
Mary. It's been an awesome, awesome time. This is fire. Oh. You have become very hot. But I could see the passion. I could see the passion. I could see the sincerity. I could see everything. And thank you so much for evolving this much. You This is just the beginning point. There's a lot we can do. All
Yeah.
right, 2022 is going to be better than 2021. Very, very sure. I want to say thank you for making it time, packaging everything to be here this morning to share on your purpose and your personal brand. We don't have so much time. We need to call this right now. We need to end this
Yeah.
right now because the next section is going to be starting in another 3, 4, 5 minutes. All right. So thank you so much. We can't even take questions right now. I believe for everyone who is listening to this, thank you for joining. For those who are going to be listening to this, we're going to leave this up for another 24 hours. All right. So take that time to look at it again. For those who did not join us live for one reason or the other, we're going to leave this for another 24 hours. And after that, we're going to pull it up, pull it down. All right, then you will need money to get it. Okay, but this is really, really good. A lot of people are struggling out there to understand this. All right, but I know a lot of people also are not willing to pay the price. We have a lot of people who said, I want to be part of the summit, but today they are not here. But we're going to leave this up on the community and on YouTube for at least another 24 hours for those who are not here. So thank you so much, Mary, for taking our time out of your very tight schedule to show up consistently, all right, over time and being a part of the brand visibility and influence summit. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. And let me allow you go so I can shut this down in a minute.
All right. So can I leave now?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Right, thank you so much for today. Has been awesome. All right, this morning section is a blast. If I were you, I wouldn't miss this. If I were you, I wouldn't miss this. This is what you pay to some people, some coaches to get at some good money. All right, but this has been given to us this season for free. I told myself we cannot end this year without understanding what it's all about. 2022 is going to be far bigger than it is today. 2022 is going to be a bigger and better year. So I don't know about you, but I know that the plans that the Lord has for me for 2022 is going to be far better than it is in 2021. I can't wait. I can't wait. So we need to shut this down right now, and then we're going to be starting up the next section very, very shortly in another 3 to 4 minutes. All right. So what you want to do is refresh your page. All right. The community, but if on YouTube, you don't have to. Make sure you click on the link on the subscribe button, and then set your notifications so that you can get an alert when the next section starts up till the end of today. Okay, so we have in the next section, we have two more sections for this morning. All right, two more sections for this morning, and section by Elise Idabo, One Man on Fire. It's going to light up the room in the next section, and then we're also going to be having a third section from Fumi Motosho, a guerrilla coach, who's going to be telling us about how your temperament actually influences what you do. Now, this is to expose and to give you an understanding so you can use it for your own advantage. That's the whole point around that topic. All right. So thank you everyone who's been a part of this. I thank you all, everyone. Thank you. We need to shut this down. See you in the next section. Bye.